So let's talk about ZBCN because right now the price is trading sideways. Matter of fact, over the last few days, the price has only been trading sideways. But what comes next? Are we going to explode to the upside or are we going to come crashing all the way down? This is a video you definitely don't want to miss. But remember, nothing here is financial advice. I can always be wrong. So make sure you guys do your research. Before I start talking about ZBCN though, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that is interested. But getting into the video here, obviously we have to take a look at the crypto bubbles and see how the top 100 coins is performing today. And it's another red day, right? So the last week hasn't been the greatest in the market. You know, it's just been completely brutal, man. Like, these coins just continue to go down. Like, I'm seeing all levels of support just being broken. And this is why I talk about knowing where you're buying these coins at all times. Don't just be buying randomly, because the last thing you want to be doing is buying the peak, then the coin come crashing down, then you don't know what to do. You're panicking. You don't know, should you panic sell? Should you buy the dip? Like, you just don't know. But we've all been there, especially if you're new to the market. You hear someone talking about coin, it seems extremely bullish. You read the comment section, everyone seems extremely bullish. So you just buy randomly, and then, yeah, the coin come crashing all the way down because you bought it at the very peak. Funny enough, I was reading a comment. Someone left a comment on one of my ZBCN videos from almost 2 weeks ago, and they were basically saying how what I'm talking about is BS. They bought ZBCN and it's only gone down ever since they bought. And I was looking at the price on ZBCN. I'm like, ZBCN is down less than 50% from its all-time highs, which tells me they probably bought ZBCN at the all-time highs. And again, this is why you're supposed to look at where you're buying these coins before you actually buy it. I'm going to get a little bit more into that a little bit later on, actually, because I feel like every time I make a ZBCN video, I always tell you guys this is where I would look to buy the dip. And for the most part, close enough, I've been kind of accurate, you know, but hey, it is what it is. But if we get back to the video here, we see the fear and greed index is sitting in neutral, a 54 neutral. And if we take a look at Bitcoin's price, Bitcoin is sitting at 103,800. The problem here, well, it's not a problem yet, but if Bitcoin does end up breaking 100K, because it came close, you know, all the way back here on, what was that? That was June 5th. Oh, I thought it was actually more recent than that. Let's see. Yeah, so the last time it came close was at the beginning of this month. Came to 100,000, but if it ever breaks at 100K, then it's going to be a nightmare for a lot of these altcoins. You know, Bitcoin sitting at 99,000, people are going to start to panic like crazy. But getting into ZBCN, if there's any news here on their X account, so they posted this a couple hours ago. Zbcn is building programmable money. Gatenox is building programmable trust. It's a perfect fit, right? So that's what the founder of Gatenox talked about in this video, which is definitely cool. Just a 43-second clip for anyone that wants to check that out in their X account. But yeah, I talk about how I like that they keep us informed. I'm still waiting for the buyback for May. That'll definitely, well, not definitely, but it could have a positive impact on the price action for Zbcn. But if we come over here and to CoinMarketCap, Zbcn right now is sitting at 0.00398. On the day, it is down 2%. In the week, it is down over 8%. On the month, it's still up over 72%. So anyone that's been in Zbcn for the last like couple months with me or whatever, like, you're still up on your investment. But I don't know, it's up to you guys if you want to take profits. Obviously, I always talk about having your own trading strategy, and yeah, just do whatever you feel is comfortable with doing. Now, one thing that we need to take note of is the volume, okay? The volume is down in the last 24 hours. It's down 36%. And if we check this out over here, the volume is at 13.5 million. So the volume has actually come down quite significantly over the last month. So that's definitely to be, you know, you got to pay attention to that, right? Volume always predicts price. Now, I'm not saying that we need to be overly worried because the volume has come crashing down, because a lot of the altcoins, for the volume, it's down as well, right? Because of the certain time that you're in. But as long as you know what you hold, then you're going to be fine over the long term. In the short term, it just doesn't look all that great for the entire crypto space. But people are still bullish. People are still bullish on ZBCN. If we come over to some of these comments right here, so another 150,000 ZBCN coin in my bag. So yeah, people are still buying up the dips, and the reason why they're buying up the dips is because they clearly have done their research and they know what they hold. So this person says ZBCN still loading up, buyer's market, don't be fearful, right? So yeah, people are still bullish here. And let's see, ZBCN train is packed and leaving. That was from 6 hours ago. Okay, now if we check out the price movement on ZBCN over here, so as you can see by this chart, this thing really has been trading sideways for an extended period of time, pretty much since June 10th, right? It bottomed out ever since making a double top, which I have talked about. You know, in my ZBCN videos, because I've been covering ZBCN for the last like 3 months or something like that, even though I'm an investor in ZBCN, I always tell you guys where I think is a good time to buy, whether or not I believe the price is going to be correcting. And you know, right here after I made that double top, I told you guys I felt like ZBCN could potentially come down to 0.0033. It didn't quite come down all the way here. It came all the way down to 0.0037. But I always try to be as honest and open with you guys, because I know that sometimes some people are new to ZBCN. They'll watch this video and maybe I sound overly bullish, and then they're like, okay, I'm just going to buy it, and they didn't even look at what the price is. But this is why you always have to take in all the information and not just partial of the information. If you only take in partial of the information, you're going to be caught holding, you know, from the all-time highs. And I don't want anyone buying these things at the all-time highs. Let someone else, you know, buy at the all-time highs while you dip buy. You get a better deal than the person that bought at the very peak. Even though I do believe that ZBCN is going to retest these all-time highs again at some point, always try to get a better deal than the next person, okay? But right now, ZBCN is trading sideways. It had this nice move towards the upside after the token unlock. So this down period was caused due to the fact that it already went on a parabolic run, and we had a unlock period that was coming up. So people start to take a lot of profits, which is natural, which is normal, right? There had to be a healthy correction. And after the unlock period, ZBCN just went straight up, right? It went to 0.0051 after bottoming down here 0.0037. Okay, and then what ended up here is the entire market starts to pull back. It was just, you know, war escalations and stuff like that, and ZBCN just starts to pull back with the overall crypto market. So this pullback isn't because ZBCN sucks. This pullback is because the entire market is pulling back, and sometimes ZBCN does go with the market. So yeah, that's why we're pulling back right now. But what's very good about the charts on ZBCN is the fact that it is just trading sideways. So that cannot be ignored. Some of these coins in the market, they're breaking all sorts of support levels, but ZBCN has been holding up this support level above 0.0037. So that's a very strong sign that people have been looking to accumulate around this area where the price is at right now. So got to pay attention to that, right? You can't ignore the fact that this, as of this moment, has been holding up as a pretty solid support. Now, if this support does break, then we're going to have to retalk things, and then yeah, it could probably come down into the twos or something like that. But for right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing here on the charts for ZBC, and I don't mind some sideways action. You know, it's definitely beats breaking towards the downside. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Are you still holding ZBCN? Are you still accumulating? Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, take care.